These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording on Sunday, January 21st, after the Celtics win over the Houston Rockets, their second win over the Rockets in the span of a week, right? I think the other game was less than a week ago, or around then. 8 days. It was close. Come on. Celtics took home a 116-107 victory over the Rockets in Houston. First game of their 3-game road trip. First game of their back-to-back. They play in Dallas tonight as you're listening to this. Very weird game again. And by weird, Jays didn't shoot very well. Again, for the second game in a row. 6 of 14 for Jalen, which isn't terrible. 1 of 3 from 3. Tatum, 4 of 17, 1 of 6. He wasn't very good. Jalen did notch a triple-double, which we can talk about. I know you aren't too pleased with it, but 13, 11, and 10. Kristaps Porzingis murdered. 32 points, 5 blocks, 6 3-pointers. He was awesome. Derrick White was solid in this one as well. He had 21 and 11 rebounds, I should say. Big game for him. Sam Hauser didn't shoot particularly well. He took 12 threes, which I didn't even realize. However, he dished out 6 assists, which is abnormal for Peyton Pritchard. And then the star of the show, which we'll obviously talk about, Luke Kornet, I truly believe saved this game for the Celtics. And you're laughing. Genuinely, I believe the Celtics don't win this game if Luke Kornet doesn't give them what he gave them tonight. I
texted you. I said excellent Luke minutes.
I know.
Pull it up.
It sounds like I'm being hyperbolic. It's more of me just saying it for the chat. But
so
weird game. Celtics got the win. Let you go.
First glance, positives. Derrick White and Porzingis had it today. They were the guys with the 2 most shots on the team. Good stuff. That's like an underrated box score thing. I didn't realize this when I was watching the game. I thought it was great that they went to Porzingis down the stretch, so I was a little bit more aware that he had taken a fair share of shots. But White taking 19 shots is really great when he has it. Tatum, 4 of 17. Like you said, Brown, 6 of 14, which is only 1 shot below 50%. So it's not that bad. But those guys not having to be the focal point of the offense and the team still winning is pretty good. It wasn't pretty. Second half kind of ass for the second game in a row. I'm going to pull up the second half stats if I could. I can't.
I think they had sub 40 points, or they had sub 40 before like the end of the game where
they scored 70 points in the first half. So they
46. Yeah. 46 in the second half. In not that it's an excuse for the bad offense. They again only allowed 52 to the Rockets. So they had a solid defensive second half again, which is good, but offense has really got it. Yeah, exactly. 107
blocks,
really
12 blocks.
Kristaps was awesome. So same with Kornet. They combined for 8 blocks, I think, right? Those two.
Yeah, Derrick White too.
So. Yeah, big time from them.
But yeah, pretty. And those of you that want to complain about Joe, if you want to give him like hate when the team plays poorly down the stretch, you can give him credit today where they kind of got it together. Things were not looking good late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Then Porzingis becomes a focal point, makes a couple of baskets. Him and White having the most shots on the team is very impressive. 40 shots between the two of them compared to 31 for Tatum and Brown, who made only 10 of those.
Yep.
Impressive adjustments, impressive read the room stuff from the Celtics today. I thought I was going to come on here angry, bitching, and I'm sure I'll get to do it. But that alone has kind of brightened this for me because I was not happy for a lot of this game. I thought it was a lot of ridiculous stuff that made them almost lose, but good adjusting, good read the room, good job.
Mm-hmm. Good. Joe, some good timeouts from Joe too. Again, give him credit where it's due. Porzingis was just awesome. I tweeted it out like at least in the first half, and again, like you said, they went back to it towards the end. It was if a big is on him, i.e. if Şengün is on him, he's just at the 3-point line and Şengün is either dropping and giving him an open 3, which he nailed, or he's going up to contest and then the Rockets have nobody in the paint, so the Celtics have a free lane. Or when Ime tried to get cute and put a guard, i.e. Jalen Green, on Kristaps, it was just an auto post up and it was bucket every single time. It was a cheat code. They had no answer for him, which was good to see.
W.
Tatum was, yes, absolutely W. Tatum was bad in this game, shooting wise. I still don't think it was his like absolute worst. He did other stuff. He only had 3 assists, but he was making plays. He got to the line 12 times. He only made 9 of them, but not a good Tatum game objectively. I think it was better than the Nuggets game still, or Do I mean that? I don't know. It was a weird Tatum game because he was great to start the game. At the very beginning of the game, first quarter, Tatum was doing everything. He was running it, and then it was rough from there. Excuse me. Jalen, also not great, although he picked it up at the end when he was a playmaker. Also, by the stat pad thing, because I know you, what did you call it? A Mickey Mouse triple-double?
Yeah.
I would argue, yes. However, he only got the triple-double because Ime was being a bitch and still trying when they were down 10
Scal said
with
this,
30 seconds left.
and I agree.
So I count the triple-double because if the Rockets had just dribbled it out, which they should have done, he wouldn't have gotten it. But since they did, fuck it, yeah, go get the triple-double. If they're going to be
no integrity for the game shown at all. Or the Rockets, stat pad, circle jerk, Jalen triple-double, whatever. And looking at the box score, I think it's more impressive. Like, he had 3 turnovers today, but backing that up with 10 assists and not shooting the team out of the game when you're having an off night, underrated stuff. Like, he read the room. Only 3 threes, 6 of 14, with a triple-double. Pretty solid game. He was a positive plus-minus, which was not easy for some of these guys to do today. And he had 3 steals to go along with it. Like, pretty solid Jalen game, even though one of the steals was at the end. So, another Mickey Mouse stat pad, Giannis-esque type deal.
Sure.
Great. In 2 years, when someone's like, oh, yeah, Jalen has X amount of triple-doubles, no one's going to be like, remember Mickey Mouse? Actually, I might, now that we're having this conversation. But be like, yeah, but one of them was fake.
Before we get to Luke Kornet, we can talk about your boy. Good O'Shea Brissett game. Again, 6 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 18 minutes. That's got to be the most he's played in a little while, right? It's a good game.
I'll always be in for O'Shea minutes. One of his baskets was the stat pad, so he really only had 4 points. But still, he was out there hustling. He had the sickest Euro step I've ever seen. It was freaky athletic, where it must have taken every ounce of muscle in his upper legs to change directions. It was like a crazy, like, leaps and bounds type Euro step. But it looked good. Created a mid-range shot for himself. And again, I'm always going to be a fan of O'Shea minutes. Didn't love that he had 4 fouls. And 3 turnovers.
Yeah, he's struggling.
This isn't even the late game. Tomorrow we'll be even here even later.
Yeah, it's tough.
Is this Euro step?
Yeah, this is the O'Shea Brissett Euro step. I found out while you were yawning.
Sick.
That is nuts. It looks like you said
a crazy change of direction.
I think I'm maybe just copying you. It looks like he hurt himself on this play. Like, is that what you said?
He hurt himself?
I don't think. No, I don't, like, not afterwards, but like this step to the left looks like he should have torn something. Look at this.
Oh yeah, no. It looks like his quad should explode.
That's fucked. That's crazy. He's doing more of that lately, though. More of that driving, more of the, making plays off those. And you know who else is? He didn't shoot well from 3. Sam Hauser has been driving and making plays a lot more lately, which is a very good thing. You want to know why? Because that's not something Grant Williams is too good at. That's not something Grant was good at. And so
Grant
it's good that Sam can do it.
It was actually comically bad when Grant would try and do anything other than shoot threes.
So the fact that Hauser can...
It's kind of comically bad right now when he does shoot threes. He's been ass.
He's been bad, but he's doing other stuff.
And he's terrible as a starter.
Yes, but he's been doing other stuff, so it's fine. And you know what?
But he's not doing the thing that he's supposed to do. But it's cool that he's, like, contributing in other ways, but he's on the team because he can shoot threes. You got to make your threes.
And he's been bad from 3, but I still think it's worth, like, giving him credit for still being effective without making the threes. There's a lot of shooters around the league who will go 3, who won't get the chance to go 3 of 12 because that's literally all they do. And so they'll just get pulled off if they don't do it. So it's good that he can do other things so he can still be effective when he's not making his threes.
But, like, it still needs to be addressed. Like,
yeah. It's
he
bad.
Just get a pass because he grabbed 7
I'm not saying he's gonna make a pass, but like, what discourse pass? I'm angry. Make your threes. Is there? There's no discourse past that. Yeah, it sucks that he's not making threes.
Yeah, that's it. Make threes.
Sure.
That's why I said it.
Yes, but I can also say
it's good that he's threes. Do it.
Yes, but it's also good he's doing other stuff, and I think that's worth saying. And I think that's worth.
I don't really care that he's putting the ball on the floor if he's not making threes.
That's stupid.
It's not stupid.
So dumb. Yes,
he shouldn't be taking 12 shots if he's not making threes.
He's open. If he's open, he should shoot it.
There were a couple he was not that open.
Well, then don't take those. But if he's open, shoot it, and it's good for the confidence. I'm just saying, it's good that he's doing other stuff.
I just
Without
really, I'm just saying, I don't like he's been cold lately.
Yes, I know.
It wasn't worth the explosion, but
No,
we
not
gotta
at
have one
all.
every once in a while.
The NFL season is wrapping up, and there's still time to get in on the action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Now, the app is so easy to use, and there are so many different ways to bet, like live same-game parlays. Find bets in the new Explore tab. Make a parlay in the Parlay Hub, the best way to find popular parlays, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and make your first bet a layup. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Also, for what it's worth, he hasn't been that cold lately. There's been like trickled in there, like 0 of 1 against Denver, 1 of 4 against San Antonio, and 2 of 8 against Houston
on Friday.
Yeah, but then
Nuts.
1 of 1 against Toronto, 4 of 8 against. That Milwaukee game doesn't count, but 2 of 5 against Minnesota, then 1 of 7. But before that, 3 of 7, 2 of 3, 3 of 5, 3 of 7. Like he hasn't been that cold.
He's fallen out of the. I think it's going in every time he shoots a category. So eye test says he sucks.
6 assists, 7 rebounds. Bad shooting night. Good that he can do other stuff. I'm the biggest Grant Williams guys in the world. I think Sam Hauser has been better this year than Grant ever was in a Celtics uniform, and that's saying a lot.
No, I think he's more versatile, and I think he's pretty good on the defensive end. He can hold his own.
Yes,
he did get dropped
exactly.
But for the most part, he's pretty good.
Agree. But Kornet was the X factor in this game, in my opinion. Genuinely, he was so good. 22 minutes, 45 seconds. Joe Mazzulla literally put him in when the Rockets are making run to stop the run, which was hilarious, but it worked. And props to Joe Mazzulla for doing it too, for acknowledging, they were talking on the broadcast. I forget if it was Scal or Drew Carter. I think it was Scal. He was like, I wouldn't be surprised. Celtics no energy right now. I wonder if they put in Sphere, Delano, or Lamar Stevens or somebody. Luke Kornet, get up in that game. 4 for 4 from the field. 8 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive end, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 big blocks. There was, one sequence where he got an offensive rebound. Drew a foul on Sengun, went to the other end, got a huge block that was big in momentum, ran the floor and got a dunk. Yeah. Huge. So good.
Yeah, this was a big boy sequence for Luke Kornet. You just broke it down, but Celtics were reeling. You saw that man trotting up to the scorer's table, and you knew it was going to be a story. Now, might have been a bad story. Might have been why the hell did he put this guy in? He's awkward and can't defend. But at the end of the day, he was put in because his big body was enough to kind of throw off Şengün, who was having his way with Porzingis. I mean, he bumped Porzingis 3, 4, 5 times and just got wide open looks right in front of the rim. So credit to Kornet for going in, being different than Porzingis while still being effective, still protecting the rim, and then just being in the right spot on offense. He made some big ones, and this is really thrilling stuff to see from your third-string big guy. The night while Al Horford's out, you need somebody to step up. He does it. He does it in a big moment.
Huge.
The Luke hater's going to be sick.
Double bigs looked really good tonight, by the way. For what it's worth, Luke was really good in those minutes. He was genuinely one of their better defenders. I mean, Joe Mazzulla said it at a press conference a few days ago. He's over the past 2 seasons, I think Luke's been one of our best overall defenders. And it sounds hilarious because it's Luke Kornet, but he's genuinely been so good in the paint at blocking shots and going straight up and defending without fouling. He's been really good this season. The rebounding. Exactly. We had a guy in the comments today in pregame say, can Luke just get a rebound? Got 9. What are your thoughts? What do we think? 9 rebounds? Does that pass?
You got to threaten these people, dude. I'm telling you right now. Every time I tweet out the Bernie Sanders picture, things change.
Yeah. Weird. For the Rockets, triple-double for Şengün, 24, 12, and 10. He was good again. Dylan Brooks was making his threes. It felt like he made way more than 5 because they were at big points in the game. 15.
Say what you want about Hauser.
Exactly.
5 of 15. It's time we all had a chat if someone's shooting 5 of 15.
Amen Thompson was actually not terrible in this game either. 15, 14, and 5. That's kind of crazy.
I
Rockets
like him.
Stuck around.
He can't shoot. They were saying on the broadcast, free. Not going to cut it. Tough look if you're 14% from 3. But I'm curious to see how effective he can be without being able to shoot. Because he's probably never going to be a great shooter. But I think he'll be fine, like you say.
I think he'll be talented enough to do without it.
You know
It's
me.
just a
I love
matter
my
of
guards
getting
that
going.
kind of can't shoot, but they're athletic and play defense and slash.
Yeah, and like you say, there's always time to find a shot. Chris Dunn was one of the worst shooters in the league for a long time. He's shooting 40% now, so it's always time to figure it out. Put it that way.
That's how he got back in the league, baby. Just learn how
Yeah.
to shoot threes.
Player of the game for you, Kristaps or Kornet?
Truthfully, I think it might have been Derrick White, but
Yeah, he was up there too. Those
I don't
three
know.
led the way, man.
Porzingis was big at the end of the game, so I'll give him the edge there.
Yeah.
But there were a
Pritchard.
couple Derrick White stretches where I was like, wow.
Mhm. Pritchard also really good. Good game.
Yeah, he had the heave.
Mhm. That was big time. I think Kristaps was the best player, but Luke Kornet sort of saved the game, weirdly enough. Genuinely, that when he came in and made that impact when Joe threw him in there when they were reeling, like that's the game right there. Anyways, I don't know how much more we got in this one. 16 turnovers, not great. 31 assists, very good. 16 offensive rebounds, very good. Awkward game, frustrating game because the Jays didn't have it as well again, but yeah.
To the offensive rebounds point, the
Mm.
Celtics have been doing this thing where they don't really get offensive rebounds. They just slap the ball as far away as they can.
Mm.
Kind of love it.
It's kind of sick.
It's going to fuck them at one point. Like,
But
they're going to do that, and it's going to be a fast break at an important part of a game, and I'm going to want to, like, melt. But right
Well-
now, it's kind of a cool way that they're getting themselves extra opportunities because you
It's
don't see a ton of that.
I know it's because they know where their guys are. Like they know the two guys are going to be at the top of the key on the wings, and like I do think there's obviously value to just grabbing the rebound, but it's tough to secure them down there because you've got guards like Derrick White does it all the time. Guards trying to poke it up from under you. You've got big guys trying to fight you for it, and so slapping it out to guys where you know they'll be, I think is important. And for what it's worth, I think they got away with it tonight, especially because the Rockets. Not that they didn't see it coming, but like they weren't looking for it. And so the guards were sinking in a little bit too much, or they were already on the fast break. And so they slapped it out to the right point. I know I saw some people in our comments who didn't like them. Especially, I think that was the Kornet comment said, can you grab a rebound? Stop slapping it out. 9 rebounds.
Well,
it's fine.
Another final point.
Mm.
I know basketball is a game of runs, but there are too many stretches that I can like rip off the top of my head in recent weeks where they've just been putrid.
Yeah, there have been some really bad stretches. You're right.
Is it just January? Is it like you don't really care right now, or is it maybe
That's what it felt like
happening with the rotations?
That's what I felt like tonight. I don't know if it's a rotation thing. I think it's just they get sluggish and they put their head down for whatever reason, which again, not an excuse. It's just what I think is happening, which is something that needs to be addressed. But I also think it's something that won't necessarily happen come March, and knock on wood. But
I hope not.
Yeah, I think
it's to see negative stuff start to trend.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully they address it, but the win is a win regardless. It all counts the same in the standings. So learn from the mistakes and move forward. 2 weird second half offensive performances from the Celtics, although I do think they responded better in this one, which is probably easier because it's the Rockets and not the Nuggets, but they still did respond all right. Any final thoughts? I think we got it.
Wonder who plays
tomorrow
or tonight.
Yeah, they had to spend a lot of minutes.
Horford
That's another bad thing about tonight. Yeah. Drew in, knock on wood, hopefully, maybe. I'd assume. I feel
right
like
elbow sprain management is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he'll play. I don't know. That seems like they're just being overly cautious, which, hey, I'm all for being overly cautious in January. I'm in on it. Do it. I don't care. They got the win anyways. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics. Follow us on Spotify. Leave us a review and follow us on Apple. 5 stars. Appreciate it. I'll let Sam wrap it up.
Hey, thank you very much for listening or watching. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. We're doing game recaps like this one. Tomorrow, there's going to be a full pod every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Those will be there. Talking C's coming at you later today as you're hearing this. Each Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're teaming up with Bobby Kravitsky of SI Media to chat about the C's. We also have film breakdowns and Ruber breakdowns that hit the channel, so you want to see all of those as well. Spotify, Apple, audio versions of game recaps and pods will be there. If you follow us, they'll go right to your inbox. Leave a 5-star review and say something nice about the fellas. You can also reach out to us via email. We're recording later today as you're hearing this in the morning, so make sure you get your Rockets thoughts in. We'll be talking about that after, well, I guess technically not after the Mavericks game. We'll be doing it sometime during the day, but it'll be there Tuesday morning if you email us. At How About Them C's is the socials for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is just the name of the podcast. We're doing live streams for every single game on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. So be there. It's a ton of fun. Our stream before the Rockets game was excellent. You can follow Jack on Twitter at JackSimoneNBA. You can follow me at SamLaFranceNBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus! These guys are ridiculous!